All right, guys, absolutely welcome to Alaska Airlines Flight 318 service from Portland International all the way up to Anchorage, one scheduled stop in Juneau, Alaska. We are anticipating about 2.5 hours of flying time today, and the weather will be questionable. As you can see, we're boarding about an hour and a half early. For certain passengers making connecting flights, we open up the flight early for them to come on. And as you can see outside, it's just one rainy mess there. So hopefully we get some good cruise at 36,000 feet. We did check the significant weather, so possibility of turbulence, a lot of ice, cold fronts, and then as it stands right now, getting into Juneau, it's some weather right over the airport, which is a huge concern because the mountains are much closer there. So welcome aboard once again. Today we have a special treat. We have Yoyito, which is my 10-year-old son. He will be providing the in-flight entertainment. Once we are at cruise, he'll be playing some Roblox games, different games he likes to play to entertain you guys. So for now, once again, welcome aboard. Happy New Year once again. And let's have a smooth flight, lots of chat, and we'll see you when we get on the ground in Juneau and then in Alaska. And we are anticipating an on-time departure and arrival here today. All right, guys. Happy Wednesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Dre Sanchez Airlines. On behalf of our entire flight crew, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. We're expecting a smooth and comfortable flight, and everything is lining up nicely to get you to your destination on time. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey as we take care of you at 30,000 feet. We truly appreciate you flying with Dre Sanchez Airlines and hope you have a pleasant and enjoyable flight. Once again, welcome aboard and thanks for joining the stream. 8,000 feet. We truly appreciate you flying with Dre Sanchez Airlines and hope you have a pleasant and enjoyable flight. Once again, welcome aboard and thanks for joining the stream.
All right, you guys, big up. Happy Wednesday. Good to see each and every one of you. We are back here, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, taking this iFly Max 8 all the way up to Anchorage, Alaska. One stop in Juneau. Weather should be interesting. I don't know what we're going to get, but we will see what is happening. And let's take a look here. We got the ACARS. And it looks like we got Tower and ATIS on here, so we should have a good departure out of Portland here. All right, so we already got the plane on. If you guys haven't watched it, we had a little pre-departure briefing there I did for you guys. Just scroll it back to the end of the video, to the beginning of the stream here, and you guys will see exactly what's going on. Let me get my dock open up here and see what is cracking with that. Let's see. He says, "What up, Dre? Dock ain't looking too hot." Let me try this dock again. I don't know why it's looking. Let's see. There we go. Spawning is in the house, man. Thank you for saying that, my G. Daj or Dage says, "Good evening. D-Champ is in the house, man." That's what I'm talking about, my G's. Like I said, guys, we're doing it a little bit different this year. Got my dock up. Everything is working out. Hopefully the computer works, Sim works, and of course OBS works. All right, y'all. So let's get on board here. Okay. All right. Back on board we go. As you guys can see, we got the aircraft already on, and let's just shut these tunes off now for a minute. Just want to let you guys know today too, the in-flight entertainment will be my son. He's going to be playing Roblox or something or other. I don't know what he's going to be playing, but matter of fact, let me get something set up for you guys really quick before I forgot. Get some of this tunes back really quick. Just gonna throw you right here really quick, because I do need to open something up really quick in order for us to be effective, mate. All right, almost done here. It's just so much going on. You got to open up stuff, and sometimes it is, so to speak, off the checklist item. Even though we got to do it, I forgot to do it, man. So we're almost done here. All right, 2 seconds and we're back at it, guys. Okay, perfect. All right, there we go. Back at it. And let's load the plane first before we start getting Pack X going, because even though we got passengers loaded, we still got the Pack X there. So let's go back here. Let's go menu and let's get this bad boy loaded up. All right, weight and balance. Let's talk about this here for a second, y'all. We got 176 packs to be cruising with today. Okay, that looks good. Let's go with cargo. Cargo, we have 64. Let's see. Now this, for whatever reason, is in kgs, so that's not going to work. And it's probably doing it this way simply because, oops. Let's go back there. It's panel style. We got to go to general, and there we go. Let's switch some stuff up. Okay, US system. Boom, boom, boom. It's because I haven't flown this livery per se. Let me see something here. Okay, that's back. Okay, enable HUD. There we go. I think that's about, even though I don't use it, I just like to have it there. I think that should be it. If anything comes up, we'll come back to this menu here, of course. Okay, so there we go, cargo. So we're gonna do probably like 4,000 up front, and then 2,000 in back based off of the. Okay, I like the center of gravity there. That looks good. And then of course fuel here. We're doing 20,200.
1,800. Temperature 6. 2.3. Altimeter 2981. ILS runway 10 right simultaneous ILS runway 10 left approach.
Alright. Takeoff or taxi out fuel. £420. And the planned trip fuel for our route is 2 hours 29 minutes, 12,627 pounds. 12,627, 12,627. I should just round that up to 12,700. Now, you know what? We'll be specific, because it's talking about the fuel that we plan. Let's see. So let's set payload. Let's set the fuel. And before we hit complete, let's get our weights here. Okay, takeoff. We're looking at 159,899. That's the taxi fuel. Takeoff fuel 159,479, and zero fuel 139,699. Okay, now we can hit complete. There we are, and there's our takeoff weight and our CG right there that we'll be looking at. So 159,477. And center of gravity 21.2. Okay. There we are. Alright, now let's come back over here and get some terminal charts going. Alright, we'll just use... I wonder why that's not highlighted. Ah, because I didn't put it in there. Alright, every time I do flight plan requests, it doesn't work, so I've stopped doing it. Although I have updated this, so let's see if it works this time. Now, if it comes back error, then still not working. See, invalid route 1 uplink. I don't know why I get that. Everything is slaved over to my sim brief and all that. So anyway, now we can just use airports from FMS. We can complete that. And we are going to be departing. I'll check you guys in a minute. Direct to RE. So more than likely, whenever this says direct and there's ATC, don't believe it. That it's just going to be direct. Usually they've got, like, you know, we're gonna say he's gonna give us the Portland 2, and we're just gonna be prepared for that. Arriving into Juneau. There is also no arrival there into Juneau. So we're going to leave that there until we actually get our information squared away. Now let's see if this, I did update this, so let's see how this is going. So I don't see anything, so it should be Portland. It's not doing anything. Okay, there's the aircraft heading up, north up, but still nothing here. We should be right here. So I wonder why it's not working, because you got to go into the little client thing or whatever and update it. So it's just not working, so no worries. All right, let's check you guys out and let's get Pack X on, and then we'll keep it going, man. All right. We'll rock that off for now. And let's get our Pack X going here. Very dark out there. This thing just loves to choose whatever it wants to choose. We're going to max it out. We're 176. Alright, get the rest of those packs board in there. Should be a really easy route. So we got pre-departure clearance. So he's probably just going to give us call short of taxiway Tango for taxi. Okay, bet. Okay, our squawk is 0657. And let's get right into the route. Offline call short taxi. So let's see. Hey, how you doing, Retired? Good to see you, my G. Good to see you, man. All right, so believe we're on this side, and we got to see what those winds are doing, of course. Let's pick up that ATIS 28,350.
1,800 broken, 5,000 broken. Temperature 6, 2.3. Altimeter 2981. ILS runway 10 right, simultaneous ILS runway 10 left approach is in use. Departing runways 10 left and 10. Notices to air missions pushback onto taxiways Tango and K requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet. Portland International Airport ATIS information, Juliet 2253 Zulu Special. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 10. Ceiling 1,200 broken. 1,800 broken. 5,000 broken. Temperature 6. 2.3. Altimeter 2981. ILS runway 10 right, simultaneous ILS runway 10 left approach is in use. Departing runways 10 left and 10. Notices to air missions pushback onto taxiways Tango and K requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet. Portland International Airport.
So we must be on the 10 right side, because we are Charlie 2. We're C4, C6, so
visibility 10. Ceiling 1,200 broken. 1,800 broken. 5,000.
Now if we come outside here, yeah, so it just doesn't have Charlie 2, so we're in that same area. You can see Alaska over there, and then, of course, on this side, Alaska Gate, so it shares it over there as well. So, yeah, we're on the 10 right side. Alright, so we're in here on the 10 right side. So what does that mean for us? We're going to pull out and hold short of Tango out of this area here. And we are 100% going to be expecting to depart on... I don't know, he might give us 10 left though. So that's the crazy part about it. We're here. He could still give us 10 left because we're just going to come here.
Cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight.
More than likely, he's going to give us 10 right. It's a longer runway, so we'll just anticipate on that.
And smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
All right.
Please
then we
all
are going...
so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please
not a whole lot.
exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know. That way you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Tatooshini Bay. Let's check flight plan just to be safe on this one. Yeah. Tatoosh. Okay. What's this? Then we're going price. And don't forget today, guys, that we do have some in-flight entertainment from my son, callsign Yoyito. He will be playing, I believe, some Roadblocks that he has volunteered his precious time to provide in-flight entertainment for you fine folks today. Now, don't ask me what games he's playing. I don't know. I don't think I've even ever seen him. But we got it set up so he can play. LVD, direct boom. It's talking about runway 8. Let's activate that. So we know here altimeter is 2981. Turn the brightness down on the screen a little bit. There we go, 29er. Two-niner 81. Two-niner 81. Let's go 36,000 feet, especially because we do not have any center on. All right, 36,000 feet. And now let me go ahead and check the weather there at Pageant.
We are ready to go when you are.
Okay, winds are calm, 10 static miles of visibility. Things are looking good, -2, -4. So let's take a look really quick. At our arrival airport, and then we'll see. So here's 8. We're going to be coming, you know, up and over past it. So, and there's terrain and mountains over there, so we got to be very careful. Let's go ahead and edit this clip and look at see what approaches that we have for So essentially, we've got LDA and we've got an RNAV. I'm gonna probably go with the RNAV. Okay, let's see. We'll do more than likely the initial approach fix here. And we know it's at 3,400. But this is coming in over the water. Alright, let's get a look here really quick on my tablet, folks. Let me check you guys out here. Just because we got to make sure we get it right coming in. We got to make sure we get it right coming in over that terrain. So if you guys have ever flown to Juneau in the sim, real life, then you know it's highly dangerous. My father, back in the 80s, it might have even been early 90s, but I think it was late 80s, was in the military station in Alaska. It makes sense because we were there. I was there. That's where I was born. That's why we're going up there. And he was supposed to take this flight with some of his bosses, and for whatever reason, he didn't go on it, and they all died. Flying into Juneau, they crashed right into the mountains. So very unfortunate. So that's, you know, it's a very unfortunate thing there. So we're coming up. We're on the VFR chart here. Okay, 7.7. Let's put this approach in here. We're gonna select that RNAV. What was it in here? Because, oops. Okay, RNAV Victor. Up and over. So yeah, we're going to transition Elephant. And from Elephant to the initial approach fix, Elephant is Echo Echo Foxtrot. It is a VOR. And then from there we can start descending to 3,400. Okay. But we'll see what we get here, and then like I said, we have to watch this terrain. Okay, so let's go here now. Arrival, we're going to do the RNAV Victor, runway 8, and we're going to do that from EEF. Execute that. Let's go to route. Let's go to legs. So we're going to go EEF, 9 Mile, and Ogme. We're not doing all this stuff. Because it's got it coming up here and then coming back around. But we'll hit the bottom here. and come in. So we need to go EEF and then nimbly. So EEF. Let's see if there's a nimbly. It's giving me some weird stuff here. So we can hit EEF, chill, Gumley, chill. Okay, I like that actually. Keeps us nice and high, keeps us away from this terrain, and keeps us on a nice smooth descent, keeping us 7,500 feet above a 5,000 foot shelf here, 2,000 above. We pick up chill. We come back around. Gummel, mugs. Then what does it give us? Gummel, chill, Gummel, Ojim. Bless you. And then let's see if it does Monet. Okay. Molar, Monet, Molar. So Molar should be the last one. Okay, there's the runway, and then I'm assuming the mugs is the mist. And hold it chill. So we'll do that. Let's see. Gross weight. That's takeoff weight, but our gross weight should be 1599. Let's see how this does. All right, 139.8. Center of gravity 21.2. Gross weight, center of gravity. Okay. $139.6. Let's see if I do 159.4. What does it do? I'm just curious. But otherwise, I like that number. $159.4. Still same thing. $139.6. 0 fuel weight. Okay, that's way too low. So yeah, let's go back to 159, which what it is. 8. Okay, 0 fuel weight change to 139.7. That's perfect. So the thing is, you don't round up with the gross weight, and then it'll get you right where you need to be. Our reserves, and sorry it's taken long, but sorry not sorry, because this is the important thing that's going to get us into Juneau. It's not your average 5.8, and then we really got to talk about our alternate, because we're going to be up there flapping in the wind. And the average cruise winds are going to be 291.48. And the deviation is 008. So we can just put, assuming we could have put 8, but we'll do that. There's the deviation. All right, outside temperature is looking good. All right, we should be taking off flaps 5, and our center of gravity, of course, is there. And here's our takeoff speeds. And we could come here, and we're right in the takeoff. So if we go back, weight and balance, but then we come back to hit complete. It gives us that. We're in takeoff. I was assuming it should have. It gave us that. I don't know why this stuff's not populated. And I said we're still expecting 10 right. Condition, we'll say it's dry for now. Winds. Two 3089. And of course, outside temperature is actually 5 now. And the QNH 2983. And we'll make sure that ATIS is definitely. Okay, flaps config, we're going 5. Air conditioning is going to be on. Anti-ice off. Well, actually, I don't think we need it right now. Boom, boom, boom. Thrust rating takeoff. 41, 42, 52. So let's just switch this up. 141, 142, 152. So the only number that changed, so you can see that that's right on point there. All right. Let's come outside. All right. So we're going nose right, tail left.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 318, with service to Juneau. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 29 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down.
We are ready for pushback.
Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
No smoking on.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Anti-collision on. Landing elevation and all that set automatically. Let's make sure our pressurization is in the auto, which it will be. And we're just waiting for
Locking gear.
the APU to come up. Parking brake is set. Once the APU comes up, we can get the chocks off. We'll listen to everything that we need to listen to. Let's get that speed to about 175 for safety speed. All right, there goes that APU. Isolation valve is open. Let's see, nose right, tail left. Let's see. Let's see what we do here. Nose right, tail left. Let's see if
Release parking brakes.
see if that gets us, guys. All right, we can't release that parking brake just yet, fam bammers. We got to come in here, system page. We got to go to ground support, and we got to get rid of those chocks. Disconnect. Disconnect. Everything disconnected. You got to set that. done. Back. Menu. And let's go terminal charts. We got to go to Portland. And we got to go to the airport. And we're pushing back into here. And then finally, before we push back, we need to get our transponder to the on position. 0657. Okay, guys, we'll ensure that. And then, of course, let's do one last thing here, just to make sure we're not remiss. Close, close, close. Right over wing. Okay, open, open, and close, close, close. Everything's closed. You got to make sure those doors are closed. You can't be operating with the passengers exposed. All right. APU is on. Fuel is on. Let's see. We've got fuel in the center tank. And let's go ahead and release that parking brake. Feet on the rudder pedal. All right.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. So welcome on board, guys. Make sure you guys got everything you need. And we are getting ready to make our way. Let's also get the correct frequency in.
Please direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration.
23775.
Fasten, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight, as we may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit.
Should have did it the other way,
In the
but
event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head.
2835. Let's get that ATIS.
Cool.
And breathe normally.
1210 at Niner.
Oxygen is
Visibility 4.
If you're traveling
Rain.
with a child or someone
Mist.
who requires assistance,
1,500 scattered. Ceiling 2,900 broken. 4,700 overcast. Temperature 5. 2.3. Altimeter 2983. ILS runway 10 right simultaneous ILS runway 10 left approach is in use. Departing runways 10 left and 10. Notices to air mission pushback onto taxiways Tango and K requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information kilo.
If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device.
Portland International Airport ATIS information kilo 2324 Zulu.
so kilos current.
1210 at Niner. Visibility 4. Rain. Mist. 1,500 scattered. Ceiling 2,900
All right,
broken.
let's call out starting right engine.
4,700
The ignitions
overcast.
are in both.
Temperature 5. 2.3. Altimeter 2983. ILS runway
2983's
10
in.
right simultaneous ILS runway 10 left approach is in use.
Now you got to let it
Runway
motor here
10
until it
left
gets up
and
to
10.
25.
Notices to air missions pushback onto taxiways Tango and K requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information kilo. Portland International Airport ATIS information kilo 2324 Zulu Special. 1210 at Niner.
Left is clear.
Visibility 4.
All right,
Clear.
Rain. Mist.
got the right coming up there.
1,500
Let's go ahead
scattered.
and get
Ceiling
traffic on
2,000.
both sides.
900 broken. 4,700
Let's also get the terrain on.
overcast. Temperature 5. 2.3. Altimeter 2983. ILS runway 10 right simultaneous ILS runway 10 left approach
Okay,
is
terrain's
in use.
painting there.
Departing runways 10 left and 10. Notices to air missions pushback onto taxiways Tango and K requires ATC clearance. Advise on
Okay,
initial
right start.
contact. You
Engine
have
started.
information kilo.
Starting left. So kilos current.
Portland International Airport.
And we've got the less engine coming up now. We're going to let it motor here for a little bit. Let's get these displays turned down a little bit because they're super bright. Now it'll motor for a little bit. Once it gets 24, 25, we'll add the fuel in again. Then while that comes up, okay, the motoring is stopped. It's increasing to 25. Let's go ahead and get that fuel introduced. Trims we need set to 569. We'll get that going here in a second once we get all hydraulic pressure on for both engines being on. We can already connect that right generator. We can already set flaps. One. Oh, I take that back. We got to get hydraulics on. Stand by. Stand by. Putting the cart before the horse. We'll wait for this engine to come all the way up, get both on generators, and then we can make it happen. We can get the window heats on. That is provided by APU electrical power. The P-dope probes, they're in the auto. And the engine is now started. We'll get that in continuous. Boom. We will close the isolation valve. Stop the APU bleed. And we'll get those packs on. Recognize duct pressure stabilizing. Now we can get the hydraulics on. And then, of course, now we can make sure that we turn off the APU. Now we can set flaps. 1, 2, 5. Trims, 5, 8, 9. It looks good. Looks like it was auto set. Perfect. Hey, guys.
Ready for takeoff.
Now we must do our rejected takeoff. And we're going to go into systems for flight controls check. Full up. We're noticing the hydraulical indicator moving. Full down. Aileron left. All good. Aileron right. Neutral. And we're going to watch our rudder play. Rudder right. Rudder left. And flight controls are 100% good to go. We got our engine over here. We've got this. Let's scroll this out slightly. And then, of course, now we're going to come check taxi route, where we're at. We're going to do a 180, pull out here, and then we'll hold short of Tango. And then runway headings, 103. So then we're going to come back over here, folks, and we're going to put our heading in of 103. Match runway heading. Oop, went way too fast there, folks. (103), 36,000 feet. We're also going to get our course settings to the same, at least for this side. (103), 75. Flight director's on. 360. And flight director's on.
United 5477 requested
Okay. So let's go ahead and do a flip-a-rooski.
5477 Portland Tower. Can I get you to disconnect and then reconnect as an A320? Unless you want to fly as a 787.
Okay, we got VNAV up.
I'm currently in it.
And let's get our runway turnouts on.
Your flight plan is set up on an A320.
Taxi. Let's go outside. Check
see
our
if I can actually
fit check.
modify that
We are
for you.
looking good. That rain has started. All right. Let's get going, guys. Let me make sure I got you guys all G'd up here. Witty Bucket says hi. All right. We're going to do a little bit of displaced thrust here. Let's get that full turn in.
All right, United 5477 got that fixed up for you. Push on to Tango approved. Tail to the north. Call for taxi.
United 5477, push on to Tango, tail to the north, and I'll call you taxi.
So we'll see which runway he's going to give us. Again, welcome aboard. Alright guys, flaps are set. Rejected takeoff is armed. We'll be on the heading mode. Good afternoon, Portland Tower. Alaska 318 departing the ramp here. We'll be holding short Tango, ready for taxi instructions.
Alaska 318, Portland Tower, stand by.
Okay, he's got us standing by. So we're roughly coming here. So he's either going to give us 10 left, 10 right. We're either going to go left or right. Alright, he's got us standing by. I don't like wasting fuel, but here we are. Parking brake set.
Alaska 318, runway 10 left, taxi via Echo 4, Echo Kilo, cross runway 21.
Okay, runway 10 left via Echo Kilo, cross runway 1 left for correction. Let's see here. Cross runway was at 21 for Alaska 318. He's saying cross the runway. It's here.
Alaska 318, it's Echo 4, Echo Kilo, cross runway 21.
Echo 4 Kilo, cross runway 2 left for Alaska 318. So he's saying go here, basically. All right. He's saying 2 left, but it's 2-1. All right, parking brake is off. Now we've got our instructions. So we're going to pick up Echo.
United 6477, when you mean like push back and tail to the north, does that mean like push back, go right, and then my tail faces like in between the terminals?
United 5477, negative. So your tail's going to be to the north towards runway
Okay, here's
10
Echo.
left, and your nose is
I think
going
we were supposed to stay on Kilo
south,
to Echo, so if we get in trouble, we'll take it.
facing runway 10
And
right.
then we'll be turning on to Kilo 1.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you. 5477.
Attention, Portland aircraft. ATIS information, Lima is now current altimeter 2983.
Okay, here's coming up to our
Alaska 318, hold position.
Alaska 318 holding position. I think,
Alaska 318, looks like you passed up
Yeah.
Kilo. That would have been a turn to the left at the last taxiway. That's okay. We'll make that work. So you are at the 10 left and Echo intersection. So Alaska 318,
we're here.
runway 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that confusion on the charts there. 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff, Alaska 318. Thanks for your help. All right, so we tower on departure. I know you're not departure. We're just going to fly runway heading until we're out of your airspace, and then I'll be on my own navigation, sir.
Alaska 318, thanks for that question. You're going to turn up. You're going to fly heading 080 on departure, and then you're going to go over to advisory.
Okay, yeah, thank you. 080 on departure. I know we weren't on a SID or anything, so I know I was waiting for some instructions, so I appreciate that. Okay, we'll be taking off runway 10 left, 080 on departure, then over to advisory, Alaska 318. All right, so he kind of messed up, which is no problem. Going wheel well on, and logos off. Everything is good to go. Let's get our takeoff lights all the way on. Boom.
United 5477
Here we go.
Heavy. Runway 10 right. Taxi via Tango. Mike Bravo. Cross runway 21.
All right. Configuration check is done.
United 5477, taxi Tango, Mike Bravo, cross runway 2.
All right, there we are. Now what we're going to do, folks, we are going to stabilize at 40%. Let's see. %. All right, that was weird. Normally you hit the auto throttle, then you spool up to 40%. Forward pressure on the yoke to 80. 80 knots. Pressure destabilized.
V1.
And we're going to rotate. Ooh, very, very wet runway. Positive rate. Gears coming up.
Alaska 318, departure is offline. Monitor advisory, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Over to advisory. Thanks for your help. We'll see you. Happy New Year, Alaska 318. One stage flaps up. So we're just going to get above all of this weather here. Gears up. Flaps are coming up. We'll get some altitude here.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
No. Oh, you know what? It's not on VNAV, so let's just go level change. Come back up. Let's go 250. It's just because we didn't leave on a SID. Alright, we're into the soup.
Here.
Alright, we're on Elno.
Airspeed low.
United 5477 Heavy. Runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 10 right. Clear for takeoff, United 15.
Okay, we're gonna get on autopilot just because there's a lot going on. We just got dinged from Seattle Center. Just want to get on these flight directors here. All right, autopilot's handed over. We're gonna continue to climb. Aircraft is slowly picking up speed. And all right, let us get on to Seattle Center 3545. That was probably one of my roughest departures in a while.
Now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access.
And good afternoon, Seattle Center, Alaska 318 is 11,600, climbing unrestricted flight level 360 direct to Ari on a heading of 324.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around.
13540.
Seatbelt fasten when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
And, Alaska 318, Seattle Center, good evening. Try and pick up your tag here, stand by.
All right.
There we go. Alaska 318, your radar contact. 20 miles north of Portland, VOR, clear direct Ari.
Clear direct Ari, and Happy New Year, Alaska 318.
Happy New Year.
All right, beautiful fuels. We're breaking out of those clouds. This is one of those situations. The actual.
1332, radar contact. 30 miles.
Let's make sure our weather stuff is on here. Bada bing, bada boom. We are. Let's go and get weather on.
Seattle Center, Alaska 6782.
Both sides.
350.
Alaska 6782, Seattle Center, radar contact 25 miles south of the Roseburg, VOR, flight level 350.
All right, guys, we got a good departure out of there. Let's park those wipers. Let's get our fuel into continuous.
Seattle Center, yep.
Ding them. All right, let's get that.
Seattle Center, United 1823.
Ejected takeoff extinguished here. Bit of a slow. Let's go VNAV now. It's a bit of a slow,
Seattle Center radar contact, climb and maintain.
Delayed after takeoff checklist, but we're doing good.
I heard United 1823.
Let's check lights again.
1823, your radar contact.
Logo on, strobes on, anti-collision on, wing wheel well off, all landing lights are off, fuel pumps are on. Let's go ahead and get a check for any alarms or alerts. Recall. Recall is clear. Aircraft is accelerating to the prescribed 319.
35386 Seattle Center, stay location.
All right. Going to be having our in-flight entertainment here shortly. I'll be talking to my in-flight engineer just a second. So just 1 second, Poppy, and then we'll get going. Let's get up to cruise here.
35386.
And I'll check some of you guys out.
Squawk 1651 and IDEN.
All right. Do you use Cap 696 when doing your load and trim sheet? VNAV speed, first of all, welcome to the stream. And second of all, I don't use Cap 696. I just do my sim brief, check the load sheet there and all that stuff. So hope that answered your question. So, and then with the load sheet, you can do the load sheet, load your aircraft up, and make sure everything in your FMC, Toga, D-Champ says, make sure everything in your FMC lines up and matches with what your load sheet is and what your EFB is and then what your FMC is. That's what I do.
Spokane altimeter, let's give you that for now.
All right, let's get back up here because we, in fact, have made transition. And we'll go standard here as well. 19,000, climbing up flight level 360. Let's get panel lights on because it could get dark into those clouds as we get to Juneau. Let's also turn up these lights here. More so the floods than that. And then guys, once we get to cruising altitude, we will have some great in-flight entertainment going on for you guys.
T-Tech Center, how you doing? Horizon 2267, checking in 1,000 for 6,000, runway heading off Portland.
Horizon 2267, Seattle Center, flight heading 080, your radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Okay, let's look and see how much fuel we have in the center tank. So
080 up to 250,
we've only got, you know, about 50 pounds left in the tank there. We've got 17.7 total, minus the half, so we're right at about 17 because we're going to get an alarm here, probably within 400 to 300 pounds in the tank there, letting us know that the pressure in the tank is destabilizing because there won't be a lack of liquid in there due to the fuel.
Horizon 2267,
you can see that sun profile changing there.
180 on the heading, Horizon 22.
Let's take a look out there. Beautimus. Anthony the farmer says, hey Dre man, what up? Good to see you, my G. Happy New Year to you. Hope everyone is doing well, of course. That was a little bit of a delayed departure out of Portland just because everything you do on the ground adds to your overall success when you land. And getting into Juneau, all of those mountains and everything that we have to navigate on the way in, plus I don't know what the weather's doing. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting arrival, so hopefully we can get it in. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you, my G. Let's get out and see what the bird looks like outside. Now look at that. We slide it over. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Just leaving contrails. Yeah. What it's all about. All right. Enough of that, Bam Bamarooskies. More than likely we'll be on this side or this side here for the in-flight entertainment. That's absolutely gorgeous there. Even how they got the wing flex on here, they're doing things right. Look at that wing flex, just natural wing flex there. All right. Flight level 251 and climbing. We're at the VNAV speed. We're on LNAV.
Cessna 35386, climb and maintain 11,000.
Not a legit one other than the level up, Anthony. So I'm hoping so I can fly that for y'all in X-Plane as well. Last few streams have been X-Plane, so I'm having to remember the user interface here in Microsoft. Okay, screen's got a little darker, mate, so let's bring them back up to life just a little bit. Un poquitito. 26,000 and climbing.
Horizon 2267, confirm your direct Eugene.
And our elapsed time, 11 minutes. So the elapsed time in the max is automatic, like in the Airbuses.
The purple line, I usually have to like hit it a couple of times to make it go to where you direct.
And we are flying actual time.
Yeah, the magenta mode on this plane is kind of funky. I'm still trying to learn it myself, but it's nav logic when you direct a point. It doesn't.
All right, there we go. Look at that. We're starting to crest out of those. Right here at about almost 27,000 feet. We're going to start getting on top of this cloud layer here, which was concerning. So hopefully it'll stay nice and blue, and the air won't be too turbulent.
I just saw your route there and stuff. I'll give you plenty of time to work on the programming. Expect the ILS 14 from Sammy into Medford.
Yeah, you're awesome.
There we go. Kind of gives you a route here. This should be like the Seattle area. Then we're heading up the coast.
We're turning left now to Eugene.
Roger that. And after Eugene, clear direct.
So flying time to
After
Juneau
you
is
change
2
over
hours and
to
29 minutes minus
Horizon
12, so that'll put us at 19, so 2 hours and 17 minutes from now. 2:16 plus some seconds.
Affirmative, climbing into your
Who's
cruise.
counting?
Alrighty.
All right, another 7,000, as you were, yeah, 7,700 more feet to go. And actually, that's 8,704 more feet to go until we get to flight level 290. Then it'll be 7,000 feet to go. Until we get to 360. So we're at 7,200 to go, folks.
United 1332.
And there goes the fuel, as promised. You guys see that fuel warning came up. We can verify now that there's 200 pounds of fuel in the center tank. So up top we go. Turn those fuel pumps off. Bada bing, bada boom. The alarm, the alert is gone. Check recall. And it is gone, and we are clear. The center tanks have been shut off. We're going to leave the auto seatbelts on here the entire time, simply because of potential turbulence. So we'll just do another ding back there.
39 northwest of Whitney Island.
And then right before the IFE, we'll get the in-flight entertainment call, and then we'll be cruising.
Descend and maintain 11,000. The Seattle altitude is 2970.
Yeah, level up version 2s for sure, man.
2970, and we're looking for the RNAV Zulu for 14 right if possible.
Just as 108, that's on request.
Oh, that's gorgeous right there. Absolutely gorgeous, mate. There we go. Look at that sun, you guys. Woo! So we don't have any music yet, because as soon as we get to cruise, in-flight entertainment, I haven't eaten for the day, so then I'm going to go out and eat. We'll get it figured out. I'll go up, put some music, and we'll go up and get your thing figured out, and then we'll be good to go. Having a little in-flight entertainment situation, but
108, clear direct digging.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internet
Direct digging,
here.
Justice 108.
What'd you say, buddy? Yeah, I think it could be also Microsoft servers. So let's see. Let's do a quick internet speed test here, but internet's good here on my end. Yeah, those are good numbers. Yeah, upload speed will get into almost the 3s. Yeah, that's good. That's good speed. For me uploading, and then the download is good, see?
Oakland Center offline, radar service terminated, pre-exchange brief, good day.
There we go.
Over you, com, thanks for the help, Alaska 6782, love you.
Alright. He said I love you. That's love there. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you, my G. The stream seems good. Yeah, you guys saw the alert. So sometimes I think it could be Microsoft server, or there's a micro glitch. Also, too, I live in California, so I am on the West Coast. It's 4:21 Pacific Standard Time, so people are starting to get home. They're starting to decrease the bandwidth on the internet. People are logging on, man, relaxing. That's probably what's going on, but that's gorgeous there. All right, you guys, let's see what we got here. I'll throw you guys with some music here shortly. In the next 2,700 feet, we'll be at cruise. I'll go up with my in-flight engineer. We'll get the stuff. Yeah, Microsoft must be Microsoft. Must be Microsoft for sure. I think so. I did an internet speed test, and the speeds are amazing, up and down. So we'll see. All right, guys, nice little cruise here. Let me pull up my little tablet situation, and then we'll get our in-flight entertainment guy going here. Let me check this VATSIM situation here. Okay, yeah, so we'll be in Seattle Center not that much longer. You can see here, let's see if you guys can see this.
Radar service terminated, for exchange approved, safe landings, they're activated.
I could pull it up on the computer, but I don't want to open up another app. Anyway, guys, we're basically abreast. If we were to come to this side, I know there's a lot of cloud cover, but Seattle, the airport, is basically over here. So we're just now going to be passing off the western side of SeaTac direct to RE, and then we'll be back to a VOR, which is 2, which is that special name that we saw, guys. So we got a left turn coming up, and then that RE left turn direct to 2 VOR. Well, that'll be the... So we'll be in the airspace until 2 easily. So we've got another, let's see, 95 miles to go, roughly, in Seattle Center's airspace. We're getting the ding there, which is perfect. So let me put some music on for you guys so I can get my in-flight engineer squared away so that we can do what we need to do. Let's see here. What do I want to do for you guys? Okay, first of all, let's get some tunage. Crack-a-lack-a-poppin'. Alright, so we got the tune Crack-a-lack-a-poppin', and we're at 35,000 feet. Let's get all the way to cruise 37,000 or 36,000 feet, which is coming right here. You see that magenta flight path or vertical speed indicator will start coming down as we get to our magenta vertical profile or vertical path, VNAV path. So there goes the VSI vertical speed indicator coming down. 360. Let's monitor the engines. The engines are dialing back 86 and decreasing symmetric. Now we're 85. Now we're 84. 84.9 and 85. Point a tenth off. Now they're back on. They are symmetric. 85.
Alaska 480, Seattle Center, good evening, climb maintain 17,000. 1 second.
All right, y'all. So let's keep us here for now. I'm going to be right back. Let me go figure out the in-flight entertainment situation. And then, man, we going to keep it going, my G's. Welcome aboard. Alaska 318. Alaska, here we come. All right.
Center, Alaska 480, 13,000. Well, 12,300 for 15,000. Alaska 480, Seattle Center, climb and maintain 17,000. And climb and maintain 17,000, Alaska 480. Justice 108, contact Seattle approach 125.6 tonight.
125.6, services, Justice 108.
United 5477, have you told me to go to Unicom yet?
No, you've got about 250 miles of my airspace still, at least.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. Okay, thank you, 5477.
Yeah, if you look at VATSIM radar, that shows the boundaries of where the airspace is. You'll see you're still deep in my airspace.
Is it the, like, bluish outline around the airport?
Around the northwestern United States.
Yeah.
That would be us.
Oh, thank you for that, because I did not know that.
Yeah, the red circles are the Tracons, and then the lower stuff is the cabs. The big regional ones, those are your en-route centers.
Sweet, thank you for that. 54
Seattle Center, good afternoon, United 1098, checking in, flight level 360, and we are 137 miles to the south of Fox here.
United 1098 Seattle Center, radar contact position as reported. Good evening.
Seattle Center, Alaska 7095, 10.5, climbing 150.
Alaska 7095, Seattle Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climbing flight level 360, Alaska 7095.
Seattle Center, Alaska 603 is 57 miles southeast of Pendleton, VOR, flight level 380.
Alaska 603, Seattle Center, radar contact position as reported. Good evening. Alaska 480, descend crater 2 arrival, Portland landing east, the altimeter 2983. Alaska 480, radar contact lost. Alaska 480, descend via the crater 2 arrival, Portland landing east, the altimeter 2983.
Crater and Portland's landing east, 2983, Alaska 480.
All right, I'm back. We had some HDMI issues, but we're going to get him all squared away. This is kind of good so that we can ensure that we're getting out of the airspace here.
330.
Climb and maintain level 330, Alaska 632.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
So hopefully we'll stay
Horizon 2267.
good on our descent with the mountains, but we are going to be double checking some charts.
7,000, the Medford altimeter 2989er.
Stanley out about 7,000, 2989er for the altimeter, Horizon 2267.
Sorry about that. All right, so let's do a fuel prediction. Okay, getting to Juneau, we should have 8,000 pounds of fuel, and that means we'll need at least 5.8 of this 8 for an alternate. And you can see fuel economy is getting better there. And we've got top of descent. It's 159 Zulu. So then we just come over here and look at the time. 159 Zulu. There we go again. So 159, we got about an hour and 20 minutes until we descend. And it's only a 2-hour flight, so hopefully by the time we get to Alaska, we'll be good to go because we are flying real time. So we'll see what is popping, my G's. But even though, and we're on the southern portion of it, even though we still may be an hour or two ahead, as an Alaska-born person who lived there for 10 years, my first 10 years of my life, I can definitely tell you it's probably going to be dark by the time we get to Juneau, since we're flying real time. Who knows, maybe the second one will fly so we can see, you know, because there's mountains, there's terrain and stuff, and it's not more or less so we can avoid them as the pilot, so because we can avoid them at night. I want to just enjoy the scenery, period. But right now, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, Anthony. Let's see. Leo and I talked maybe a couple weeks ago. We streamed together. He flew. Where did we fly? I flew somewhere with him on a leg, and then he flew with me. He wasn't streaming. I was streaming. So yeah, I've heard from him very recently, my G. How about you? You guys connecting? And once again, my G, thank you for, I'm pretty sure it was you, for setting up my Discord back in the day. I do remember, my G. And I do appreciate it. Alright. Let me just jump off camera really quick here and check on the flight engineer. Make sure we can get some in-flight entertainment, man. Back with you in a sec.
Alaska 480 radio check. Alaska 480 radar contact reestablished. You're 5x5, how many? Alaska 580 or 5x5, how many? 855 Alaska 480. Alaska 480, expect ILS runway 10 left approach, 4 altimeter 2983.
Hey guys, I'm back, and I do believe we are good to go to start the in-flight entertainment.
Expect ILS 10 left, Alaska 40. Yeah, was there another aircraft that called?
So we'll do our in-flight entertainment from here. And yes, sir, I might have to go at some point and update some things. Roger that. Roger, yeah, you probably will, because I barely do anything with it. It kind of stays how you were. Alright, that music's off. Let's go ahead and get into my little fan by Moronis. So I'm going to get off camera, but I'll make sure we got a good handoff for the in-flight entertainment.
We'll go down to 5,000 Alaska 40. It looks like you came off the approach there. Just need to get you to make that turn so you don't hit a mountain. I did. We hit some turbulence and got knocked off the autopilot Alaska 40.
All right. And there we go. In-flight entertainment. Go tell your brother I don't hear any volume.
Seattle Center radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 250.
Let's see if I can adjust that.
We're on a heading of 120 right now.
I had my Roblox volume all the way down. I'm gonna turn it
Okay.
I mean, just so we can hear a little something.
2105, turn left heading 080.
Right, 2105.
All right. And
I get that.
Yoyito, what game is this?
This is called Danny's World.
Alaska 480, continue right turn heading 210.
Oh, okay. All right. Now you can mute and we'll enjoy Dandy's World. And that's what he's playing, you guys.
Alaska 40.
Nice.
All right, Poppy. Well, now we got, and we'll turn that volume up just a little bit more. We got some active, actionable in-flight entertainment, my G's. There we go. We are doing good. Now, let's just see. Okay, we're leaving Seattle Center's airspace here shortly. So we'll see if we get that call.
Request deviation right heading 220 for weather Alaska 480.
Alaska 480, fly heading 220.
Heading 220.
All right.
Horizon 2105, fly heading 340.
340.
Should be getting a call to leave his airspace here shortly. Yeah, I remember that plug-in, Anthony. What's up with that? What's up with that app now? Did they do something for the level up with Smart Copilot? Very.
Verizon 2267, I'm just looking at the charts here for the iPhone 4 me. 9,000 is a little high, transfer 7.
Stand by 1.
See, we should be getting a call here that we've left his airspace. Here, let's go get a quick check really quick. And we'll come back to that scene. And Seattle Center, Alaska 318. I believe I'm leaving your airspace. Would you like me to stay tuned, or would you like me to switch to advisory?
Alaska 318, sorry, I was coordinating something on the ground. Vancouver offline, radar service terminated, frequency change for good day.
All right, Happy New Year. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time, Alaska 318.
Horizon 2105, clear direct quick tap VOR.
Quick tap 2105.
Let's see here. Let's go back to progress. Top of descent. 0200 Zulu. And so we got about an hour and 19 minutes, folks. Okay. All right. And there we go, folks. No ATC. We've got some good, high quality in-flight entertainment. Keep those tunes going as well. We'll keep his sounds nice and high.
might switch games here in a little bit, because sometimes this game can get repetitive.
Hey, Poppy, no worries. You're on the screen. Whichever games you switch to, we have, buddy. So play away. And I'll let you know. I'll come check up with you here in a second and let you know what our... We got at least a good hour before we descend, so you got plenty of time to play, Poppy.
Alright, okay.
Alright. Anthony says, so I was behind on the news with the side of the Sims, and apparently thanks for tools, there's a new plugin called Shared Flight. Oh yeah, that's for the shared cockpit, so we can... Yeah, we should get into that one day, because I definitely want to do some shared ops. For sure. Alright. So guys, we're going to cruise. I'm going to be quiet. Just know that I am here in the background and we're enjoying some in-flight entertainment from callsign Yoyito. I'll still be in chat, but I'm going to step away and heat myself some food up as I have not eaten basically a thing today. So thanks for riding along. I'll check back in when I'm done eating. Enjoy the in-flight entertainment, and we, like I said, have top a drop roughly in an hour and 16 minutes or so. So enjoy the entertainment, and it'll probably be getting dark soon, so we'll just ride this thing to the light drops. And as always, man, thanks for riding on board Alaska 318 full service to Anchorage, one stop in Juneau. That's pretty nice, Anthony, that you don't have to do anything, especially for X-Plane, where you just have to plug something in. That's what we need. Appreciate you sharing that, my G. Real talk. Alright guys, just checking back in, just finished having a wonderful meal. Kamip Kuye says, Pilot Dream, how you doing my friend? Good to see you, brother. Let's go back up to the front and just get a health report check-in, and then we'll get back to our in-flight entertainment there. You will still be able to hear the Discord in the background, of course. Everything is good here. No alerts, no alarms. We got 12,300 pounds of fuel on board. And let's go ahead and come down here and check our progress. We're still estimated to have 12,100 pounds of fuel once we get there. We got 369 nautical miles. Top of descent will be 20204 Zulu. What does that mean to us? That means we've got roughly an hour, about 58 minutes to be honest with you. Let's see, 15, 30, 45, 45, yeah, actually about 48 minutes, folks, until we hit our top of descent. We'll get some weather. Now we are going to go direct to Doug's. All right, let's get... There we go. Got to get that turned down a little bit. There we go. Come on this side and get some stuff turned down as well. All right, we are doing good, guys. Like I said, easily about another 40 minutes. As you can see, top of descent is 0204, but we'll be back on before the 40 minutes. Just wanted to check in with you guys and see how it was going, man. Until then, we will continue. Let's see if there's going to be anywhere else copacetic or a... kind of dark there. Maybe we'll put it back up in the same. There we are. Kind of not fun there either. Might end up going back. Let's see. What do you guys think? It's a little brighter back here, so let's get it in right here. You're just going to hear a little bit more jet noise over this wing here, guys, until it is time for descent or until I check back in, man. Thanks for riding on with your boy. See you in a little while. And again, in-flight entertainment is brought to you by my son, callsign Yoyito. Looks like he's playing a shooting game now. This was pretty entertaining. Enjoy, and we want to give a big shout out to our in-flight entertainment sponsor, Yoyito. Alright, you guys. We are back in full effect. Weather's looking good. Alright, let us come back up front, and you can see top of descents right there, probably at 100 miles. 129 to be exact. But we'll start doing some briefing here. There we go, we got some illumination there. Let's look on the center pedestal. Okay, that all looks good. Alright. Let's go ahead and fix this one up over here. Alright. Looks like we got our lighting all squared away. Not much to discuss as far as the airport. You got an 8 west and an 8 east, if I will. This is the water landing, and of course, this is will be on final approach 085 on an 8,857 foot runway. So we are anticipating full flaps, and we'll exit stage left over to the terminal. Let's come here so we can see if we can add some parking situations here when we pull up. Probably not going to give anything there because it's just a small airport, so we'll pull up to whatever gate. Alright, so approach briefing, MDA, of course conditional, is 1880, which is going to be barometric, and we can see touchdown elevation is 25. So 1880. Okay, I'm just trying to see if I go over to the left side of this thing, can we roll it easier? Which I think we can. I wish the Boeings would have somewhere where you could just type this joint in. Good job, Yoyito, on the in-flight entertainment. Fine work. I guess in the meantime, guys, we just sit here and we keep rolling this scroll wheel. Oh my goodness. Even though we go down to only 25 feet sea level or MSL, the minimums are so high just because of the approach of the mountains. About 80 miles to go. Oh my goodness. Let's square up this heading. Funny things, if you do it radio, it's the same thing. Just because the landing is sea level. So either way, you have a really high minimums. Oh. There's got to be a better way to do it in real life. I'm pretty sure that I'll sit here and scroll this thing for like 40 nautical miles, which is what we've been doing. All right, working our way there. Alright, let's look and see what those minimums are. We're at like 1630. Alright, 1880. Oh, so we're really gonna have to really adhere to our charts, which we should always be doing. Almost there, guys. We're done rolling after, I don't know how many minutes. Barrow 1880. Read it and weep. There it is right there. 18 and 80. Or 1880, I should say. 1880. There we go. Alright, now let's set up our altitude here. There is no... this. There is no ILS to a tune, so therefore we're not tuning that. And finally, we need to look at runway heading or a final approach course. Now look at this. The final approach course is 70. Up until a certain point in which we need to have visibility. So right here at this star, if we cannot see the runway because it is offset, so in other words, the ILS or the RNAV cannot bring you straight on because the runway is right in this little area of mountains. So for example, even when we take off, we got to do a nice sharp tight turn to get out of here. If runway 8 is still in operation. Missed approach is easy. We're coming around here, hook book on the left, direct to Mugs, and then straight to Chill. C070. So that's what this little information is here. Live visual to airport for 2.2 nautical miles on a heading of 070 leaving Mulray. So there's Mulray. It's got us on a heading of 772 to Mulray. Then after that, 70. So there we go. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. So yeah, this one's a little peculiar in the fact that we're actually going to come around and join, but that's so we make sure that we're not hitting any of that terrain. And then we'll exit stage left off of runway 8 into the ramp.
From the entire flight crew, we once again thank you for traveling with us. We will begin our descent shortly and would like to remind you to place your seats in the upright position, stow your tray tables, and surrender any trash to the flight attendants as they prepare the cabin for arrival. We would also like to remind you that your viewership is highly valuable to us and always appreciated. If you would like to increase your support of the channel, a donation link can be found in the video description, along with other ways to stay connected with the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel and this airline. We hope your flight has been pleasant and look forward to seeing you all for your future travel needs. See you on the ground.
All right, 10 miles. Okay, we'll go ahead and start that music, stop that music, and we are going to prepare for our descent into Juneau. 7500 set. Vertical nav path is already on. All right. So now let's get the CTAL for Juneau. Okay, I guess there is no CTAL for Juneau, so we are... Yeah, so we'll do Unicom. Okay, so things just got way more interesting. 0707 knots, 3 static miles, snow, overcast, 29er, 27, -3, -4, so this is going to be ugly. So Gomo to Ogim. Let's make sure that's all the way in there. All right. Get some of that out there. $70. We're gonna go set auto brake to 3. We're not playing around on the braking. Juneau surrounding traffic, Alaska 318 is a Boeing 737 MAX 8, currently descending out of flight level 244 for 7,500 to cross the initial approach picks on RNAV 8 Victor, full stop Juneau. Let's just get terrain on nice and early so we can paint that picture around our arrival. And let's get that pulled out. Altimeter there, guys. Altimeter is 29 or 27. Temperatures -3, -4. There's snow. So pretty soon we're going to be all blacked out here. So we are over terrain. Okay, 2921. Gonna bring that speed back.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. We have begun our final descent into Juneau. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Alright, so after that we need to go down to cross Ogim at 3,400 feet. So we're going to be nice and slow on this, guys. So the good thing is we will be, let's see, Ogim, Gummel, 35. Okay, so 35, 35. We'll have plenty of time to slow down because we're going to be where we need to be here, and then we'll get slowed down, get flaps out, get going. Juneau traffic, Alaska 318 has joined the RNAV Victor direct to chill 8,100, expecting full stop, runway 8. Alright, that's going on there. Let's get the heading squared up. Okay. Okay, speed brakes arm. Okay, let's help this get way back. And first stage of flaps, 250. Speed check. We'll go flaps 2 for now.
2,500.
Check. So there's the hold right here that we would go to. If we go missed, we'll hit the runway left. And the hold, we're going to climb. $9,000. Final approach speed is going to be determined here. And that works out perfect because the winds, I believe, were only 7 knots. Yeah, 7 knots. So full flaps, 138, so about 145 on the landing. Okay, we're starting our left turn. Okay, folks. Speed brakes are armed. Auto brake is set to 3. All right, let's get 3,400 in there. I'm going to come back on the speed again. Speed check. Next stage flaps. Juneau traffic, Alaska 318 is currently 7,500. Will be overhead Gomo in 2 nautical miles to be on a left base for runway 08 full stop Juneau. All right, here we go, guys. All right. And then the next one will be 2,700. Guys, this one's going to be a particularly slow approach. Okay, we're 7. Let's see, 2,700 feet. $2,700 feet. Mulray. We didn't want to get that low. Gears coming down. We are exceptionally slow, my G's. I like it. Don't forget, our final approach is about 145. And Juneau traffic, Alaska 318, turn to final runway 8, full stop. Okay, gears down, 3 green. Next stage of flaps. All right, we got a little bit of night visibility there.
$2,500.
Why are we stopped? All right, let's go to final approach speed. Flaps full. Still got no runway here. You would think you would see some runway lights coming around the corner.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. Okay, we're starting to get some visibility here. We're still going to roll with it. Okay, we got the runway. 1,000.
Check. Juneau traffic, Alaska 318, short final, runway 08.
little high. Whoa! Mountain.
400. Terrain 200. 300. 400. 300. 200.
Check.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't know how we did that. That was very nerve-wracking.
5:33 p.m. and it's currently about 26 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated.
All right.
Aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Welcome to Juneau, guys. That was, we almost hit a mountain.
Items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Juneau traffic, Alaska 318 on Foxtrot, exiting runway 08 to the ramp on Alpha for Juneau traffic. All right, back to the terminal we go. And I think, guys, honestly, we're going to have to pick up the second route probably tomorrow. Definitely, this was a little bit crazy for me. Yeah, so, Marcus, have you read the chart for Juneau? It's not a visual approach. It's a RNAV approach. In the last 3 to 5 miles, you hand fly it. And that's kind of what we did. Because you're coming at an angle. Once you come off the last point, the runway's offset. So, not a visual approach. But once you get visual at that point, you might as well take it. APU's up and running. Flaps are up. So yeah, guys, that's why I chose this route. It is not easy or for the faint of heart. We almost did it in the worst conditions. We almost literally did it in the worst conditions. Zero visibility almost. And there was that terrain that was right there. Because at the last fix, you need to be at 2,700 feet. Then from then, I'll show you on the chart what I'm talking about. So, I challenge anyone to fly in here off of runway 8. And as you saw, not even on the range radar, we had that terrain right there that we almost had an issue with. All right. It looks like we made it. We'll wait to get PAC-X, see exactly how we did, and then we'll get into the replay. And guys, welcome to Juneau. Next flight, we're gonna have to get ourselves over to Anchorage because, man, this thing went way longer than I expected. We've been already streaming for 3 hours and 39 minutes, my G's. All right, let's take a look at our flight information. Negative 190. Overall pin neutral, unexpected delay. We were planned to be here at 2:23. Actual arrival 2:33. 10 minutes. Not bad. Late. This is going to be fun leaving the aircraft. Soft landing. So let's save that. Negative 190. And we could just close that because we will not be doing another one for sure. And let's get some tunage on because we made it, man. All right, let's go ahead and do this replay and call it good, my G's. That was a very nerve-wracking experience, man. But that is what we must do if we're trying to do this thing for real. You know what I'm saying? All right, my G's. Let's get right into it, y'all. Oh, let's log off first of the network before they scream at us. There we go. We'll just take it from this side here, man. Enjoy the dark replay. And thanks for joining, everybody. I appreciate all your viewership, man. Let's get her in. Thank you, Retired. I appreciate that. Only little snafu we had is that last little mountain that didn't even come up on range radar, but we missed it. And yeah, kind of center line, kind of soft, very nerve-wracking. But thank you, Retired, for your comment. Appreciate everybody riding on board. And sorry for the dark replay and canceling the next flight up to Anchorage, but it is what it is. I'm not feeling it right now. 3 hours, 42 minutes into this one. I think I'm good. I think I'm good for now, you guys. You guys have been awesome, though.